Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Last time we went through the Genon reactor, and in doing so we got the Leviathan scales. Now we're back at Wutai, and we can finally make use of those scales. Well, not finally, we can actually get the treasure that's in this area now. So that's always nice. You just kind of approach these flames with the Leviathan scales, and they instantly just disappear. Don't ask me how this works, because I don't know. Here we get the Oritsu, which is the second best weapon in the game for Yuffie. Very good weapon. See, look at that attack power. Very nice. And she gets some more materia slots, which I'll have to reorganize her materia later. And we have one more treasure we can pick up now as well. And if I remember right, this one's pretty useless, because they don't seem to get it. We don't want things like Mug. Basically, it's a blue material. You pair it with something, and so you pair it with, say, Death Blow, you'll do Death Blow, and then you'll steal. Most of the time when we want to steal, we can take out those enemies in a couple of hits, so we don't want to do damage to it and steal at the same time. They don't seem to get this. If you remember, or didn't remember how to get there, this is how you get back up to the Dachu Mountains there. And now I'll just meet you back by the submarine. Okay, we're back. And let's submerge. You can try and find a lot of the areas that are available now that we have the submarine down by, above water, but I just know the underwater so much better. That's the underwater reactor. Take that path and follow the wall on the right. And eventually we'll come to a little hole in the wall over here. Eventually. Unfortunately, the sub is quite slow. It's kind of pretty bad considering we already have the airship, and the airship is substantially faster. Anyway, here we have option 1 and option 2. Option 2 is going to get us an item that we don't need yet, but it's easier to get it while we're already down here than it is to go and find it later. And the dialogue doesn't really change at all, so I figure I might as well pick it up now. This one's kind of interesting. A key. Really old key. Cannot be determined. Well, that's helpful. And yet it's staying alive underwater. Go figure. Ancients. The key to the Ancients, which we don't need yet. But, like I said, we're already down here. By the time they tell us, to go get it, we're way out of the way, and we'd have to, spend an extra, 15 minutes to come back and get it. Not that you'd have to see all that, I'd do it off screen, but oh well. If you haven't gotten a Chocobo yet that can reach Lucretia's cave, you take this path over on this side, go through that hole in the wall there, and you'll pop out in the little lagoon in the mountains there, and you can just dock your sub there, and you can go straight into the thing without having to do anything Chocobo related. So if you're not as impatient as I am, or if you don't want to do the Chocobo side quest, you can do it that way and still get Vincent's ultimate weapon. You can get his ultimate limit too, but just not as important. If you continue to follow the wall around like this, we have the only other area we can go to underwater. Here is a new area. This, of course, being a side area, but it has some really nice treasure. Let's see. Gelnika, okay. So basically, this is the hallway. Okay. This is known as the down Gelnika, or something like that. One thing to note while here, you definitely... Where to go? Where to go? Ah, ribbon. You definitely want ribbons in here. Do I have 2 ribbons? Yes, I do. And I want to give you... You're the one who has my steel materia, right? Yes. I want to give you the sneak ring there. Actually going to make use of it. Look at that. Cloud will also be stealing because he'll have mine, but anyway. Let's, I'll just adjust my setup real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, all set up and ready to go. And here we get Heaven's Cloud, which I believe is the second most powerful weapon in the game for Cloud. Yeah, it's got more strength, but it doesn't have the triple materia growth, which is why I'll be using this for pretty much the rest of the game. Huh. Mako generator, huh? Anyway, if you pop over here, we can get this chest. And if you notice, in behind that chest, there was some sparkling purple thing. Yes, that's a materia, and we're going to want to pick that up. Get the escort guard. This is the one I was thinking of that was male only. The escort guard. Where did it go? There it is. It's a man's armlet, nullifies lightning, earth, water, and poison, which is actually pretty good, and it has some decent slots. So I'm gonna stick the the Imperial Guard on red. Why not? I got nothing better. I got nothing else to put on him right now, so whatever. It's stronger. And here we have a new enemy. Pretty much all the enemies here are called Unknown, and then some variation on that. You can steal some... Is it steal or morph? Yeah, you can steal bolt armlets and such from them. Not a lot of point to that, really, at this point. We're just kind of getting past the need for it anyway. And the reason you want the ribbons equipped is because some of the enemies around here can confuse you. It is not this one. This one uses poison elemental attacks, and I think that's silence? I don't know. Oh, I still have bolt on. Oopsies. Let's just take them out with normal attacks. They have quite a bit of HP. Oh yeah, forgot about that. We have access to L4 Suicide, and I believe they are susceptible to it. Level multiple of 4. Ouch! Bolt 2 does a lot of damage when you do it. And as this skill cannot exceed 9,999, of course it won't. If you had used it when you had full life, you probably would have done max damage. But, oh well. Okay, I think I need to heal red now. These guys are quite a bit more powerful than enemies we've been encountering up until this point. There we go. Not too hard, but you definitely want to have the ribbons to avoid the confusion of not this enemy, but another one that we'll run into around here sooner or later. Now, there's a hidden item around here. Ah, right there. The Conformer, which is Yuffie's ultimate weapon. I'll go over ultimate weapons later. This is the one that uses confusion. So, yeah, you want to avoid having to deal... Ow! Okay, use Break on him. Have a chance of petrifying the guy. I think he's susceptible to it. If not, it still does a lot of damage, and I can mime it. Use enemy skill and White Wind, which will not only heal status, but it'll also heal lots of HP, or we could avoid that. That would work too. Jeez. Yeah, don't have to worry about weaknesses. I'm not sure what they absorb, if anything, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. Not... Oops. No. There we go. Not a lot to worry about, but just kind of be careful. And here we get probably the most abusive materia in the game. Double Cut. I want to work on this, but I want to work on Double Cut more. 2 times cut. That is extremely good. And especially when you level it up, you get 4 times cut, which is very abusive, especially at the end of the game, when some people, well, most ultimate weapons will end up doing max damage times 4 hits, is 40,000 damage in 1 round. Might as well give it to Red so that he can use it and Cloud can mime it. That is at least until I get, you know, mime leveled up enough, and then I'll move it over and switch it with Double Cut so I can work on Double Cut as well with the triple materia growth. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Run on to the save point, please. Don't be a drunk. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Wonder what I was preparing for. Right, I should probably prepare for these guys. What are the Turks doing here? Lately? Well, I guess you, Reno. Ran into you only a little while ago. Rude we haven't seen in quite a while now. Our last meeting. Okay. Actually, this is not the last meeting. We're going to see them more than once again. The reason they say that is because this is an optional area and you don't have to be here yet. Anyway, they have no weaknesses. Reno has 15,000 HP and a tough ring, though it's spelt wrong. And let's see here. Can I get lucky again? And Rude has 20k HP and has the Zeitreich. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that, though my German probably sucks. Anyway, what do I got here? I have Ultima with Quadra Magic. That'll do some good damage. And let's see, might as well throw up Big Guard while I'm at it. And I could do something like that and end the battle right there. But I'm not going to be that cheesy. Red does some pretty good damage with the Ultima materia at this point in the game. Having the Magic Plus material on it is a definite benefit, especially if he's going to be using Ultima. I could, of course, just mine that with Cloud, but I think that's a little cheap at this point. There will be a point later where I'll start mining everything, and so I won't think it's as cheap at that point, because they kind of expect you to have some way of dealing with a lot of enemies. So, that's one way to do it. What else can I do now? That's better. Nice damage. Yep. And might as well use double cut. I've paired it with added cut, so there should be 2, and, well, there would have been a third one, except for he's dead. So yeah, that was uneventful. My barriers didn't even run out. Yeah. We can get really abusive using Quadra Magic at this point in the game. New secret weapon. Well, not really. There aren't any secret weapons on this ship. But there are definitely some nice items that we can pick up. We've already got the best of them, the double cut materia, but there are some more around here. There's also some more enemies. This is one of them. Here's another unknown enemy. And again, this one's not all that challenging. Double cut, and I'm not going to mine something like, oh, what is it? Oh, I paired it with added cut. Why is that not working? Did I not save after I did that or something? Oh well. Yeah, I'm not gonna do something like mine Quadra Magic when I normally couldn't use Quadra Magic twice yet anyway. I will later, but I don't have a problem mining double cut. That's not a problem at all. Cloud is basically set up to mine everybody's actions, either, you know, Yuffie's slash all to hit multiple enemies, or double cut to take out a single enemy. That one you can steal a water ring from. Pretty much all the enemies around here you can morph into sources, guard source, power source, etc., etc. Everything's messed up around here. Let's get this first. The Hades materia. And here we have the final new one. I think this is the one that confuses maybe. Yeah, that seems about right. Let's start off with double cut, mine, and magic breath. Yeah, the reason why I want the ribbons is I don't want all your people getting confused around here. It will not end well. Ew, tentacle sex. Gross. Question mark needle. Ow. Did a lot of damage. I gotta heal Yuffie. At least she almost got her limit from that, though. Really brought her down quite a bit. And my HP pluses have been mastered. Yay! I'm not going to equip the other ones because, you know, then I would drop down my HP by such a substantial margin. Actually, I could do that. Nah, I'll think about it. For now, I'm just going to leave the ones I have on now. And here we have the High Wind. Don't we already have that? Isn't that an airship? And the Outsider. You must be very, very careful in here. Confusion on Yuffie when she has slash all is devastating. Not deadly. Well, it can be. Especially later. There's a point later on in the game where you'll have... What are these guys? Hoodler. Nothing too special from these guys. I don't need to waste my limit on them. One thing to note, you cannot mime, like if Yuffie uses a limit break and you select mime with Cloud, Cloud will not be able to mime that. If Cloud uses his limit break and no one else does anything, and then Cloud mimes, he'll be able to mime his own limit break. And that can get extremely abusive in certain super boss fights. Again, not much to worry about with a lot of the enemies in here. Just, avoid status effects, use ribbons, don't die, etc. Let's see, I picked up the Outsider, which is a weapon for Vincent, if I'm not mistaken. And the Conformer is her ultimate weapon. Note with all the ultimate weapons that there is no materia growth on any of them. So be aware of that. That's one of the reasons why I'm not using them yet with anybody. I do not have his yet. I do not have his yet. I think you can get it on disc 2, but I'll be getting it on disc 3. Cloud's ultimate weapon, that is. What did I want to do? Where was I going to go next? Oh, yes. Right. Anyway, done pretty much all I needed to do here. I got the Spirit Lance, which is, of course, is for Sid there. Anyway, I've done all I need to do here, and I'll meet you at my next destination. And I'm back. Yes, this is the next place we want to go to. Back to the battle square, and I don't really have time to go through the whole battle, so I'm just going to kind of show off my new setup for going through there. Of course, I'm going to use Cloud. Got the new Heaven's Cloud, basically because I don't care about AP growth in there, so might as well have the strongest weapon, plus it has more slots. The Zeidreich, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it again, that I stole from Rude, has 100 defense, 98 magic defense, which is bugged, but it's got 15% evade as well, and it decreases all elemental damage by half. It is very, very good for this area. Works extremely well, and yeah, it doesn't have any slots, but we don't really need that much materia in here anyway. And of course the ribbon to protect us against lots of status effects, like, the Toad and mini statuses in the slots and all that other stuff. As for materia, HP plus, speed plus, mime, basically to save on MP should I ever need it. Double cut, definitely want double cut. Enemy skill, of course, and restore. So it's pretty much the same setup we had from before. The other thing I did while I was off screen there is I returned to Chocobo Racing, and I made sure to pick up one more pair of sprint shoes by just rinning them in the battle there. The Tough Ring, by the way, increases vitality and spirit by 50. It's what Sephiroth was using in the flashback sequence. Not that we'll ever want to use it, but it's there. Figure I might as well. It's relatively rare. The only way you can get it is by stealing from Reno, both this time and one more time after this. And what else? You could also put on a Tetra Elemental, but I like the ribbon better. Yeah, so I picked up a third pair of sprint shoes, so now all three of us will be able to have sprint shoes at one point or another. Definitely going to want that later. And what else did I get? Oh yeah, I got lucky and I managed to pick up, where's it? The magic counter materia. So this one basically counters with a magic or a summon, just like it says up there. You just have to pair them together. I don't find this one particularly useful. There is one later on in the game that we can get that is basically, for command materia. So you can get it to, pair it with mime or pair it with double cut, and it becomes extremely abusive. The magic one, not so useful unless you paired it with cure or something like that. And even then, I don't even see the point. Another reason why I don't care for the full cure materia, and I don't think I mentioned this when I was, critiquing it earlier, is because look at all my X potions. These fully restore HP. Why would I want a materia to do that? And the animation for this is a lot shorter, and if there was a charge time, I'm sure this would be shorter as well. Not that there is, but anyway, so yeah, that's my setup. I'm going to go into the battle arena, do most of my battles I need to off-screen. I'll probably show off one at the start of the next episode, and then we can get some of the new items that they have available here. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.